Another beautiful day. Good morning, everybody. 13th of April. 13th of April, Wednesday. Another day of Vampire Survivors before us. Yeah. Probably Vampire Survivors all day. It is Wednesday, so last day before reset of Lost Ark. And so we might pivot. I might just play some Lost Ark this evening offline. I don't know. Off stream. We'll see. As we do, let's go ahead and try to jump in to our news segment. Cool. See what we can find that we haven't already addressed previously. Great to see everybody. I hope your day is going well. Let's see what we can find here. Cool. There we go. Move my camera up just a bit here. Nice. All right. We are in it. We read about this yesterday. We had a long news segment yesterday. There was a lot of new news. We actually had a pretty decent news segment the day before as well. So I kind of feel like we might be in for a day coming up. Breaking news, Wick. What's up, buddy? We might be in for a day coming up where it might be a bit short because there's a lot of stuff we've already seen already. Is this a recent development? Is this a recent development, dude? Did we just have a birthday? Is that what's up, dude? That big 3-0. Right now? It's your birthday right now, dude? Wow, bro.
Alright, that one was on me.
Actively happening. There you go, buddy. GG's. Have some of that love, dude. Happy birthday, buddy. You legend. Happy birthday, man. I hope you have a great. You have anything planned, buddy? I know you're gonna have to work and everything, but you got anything planned? Just work, dude? That sucks. I'm sorry, man. That sucks. I'm sorry. Maybe after work, dude, we can carry through some birthday abyssal dungeons, yeah? It is the last day before weekly reset for Lost Ark. So I'm going to have to hop in there and get my abyssals done. I don't think I have them done yet. I don't think I've finished them, so going to be terrible. Dude, there's some storms rolling in for this weekend up north, yeah? I don't think it's really going to mess with us too bad. But apparently, I need to talk to our buddy Syke, too, because I think Syke is planning on just a high-stress day. That sucks, man. You're supposed to schedule that kind of stuff away from your birthday, bro. What happened? Happy birthday again, buddy. I need to try to figure out something to do for you to say happy birthday. Other than just saying happy birthday. Storms on Monday and Tuesday. Yeah. They're supposed to be getting like blizzards and stuff up in Canada, man. Kind of nasty, like super nasty stuff. Supposed to be off today, yeah. Just didn't work out like that. That sucks, buddy. I'm sorry, man. Dude, I'm getting stun locked by an eyelash right now. Feels bad. I'm sorry that things ended up ruining your plans. Feels bad. Sorry, man. Happy birthday anyways, though. You legend. That big 3-0, huh? Big 3-0. Job listing reveals Bandai Namco is working on a remaster for Nintendo. We'll take a look at that. Oh man, that sucks, dude. I feel bad. I feel bad that you're not gonna get to enjoy your birthday, dude. Are you just gonna try to celebrate it another day or what? Well, gaming's already become a huge advertising, whether it be actually in video games or like things that have to do with video game. And look, streaming, even streaming is not that everything that has to do with streaming is video games, but a large portion of streaming platforms are people playing video games, right? You always already you see just a ton of advertising on it, right? So this is not and you see product placement everywhere, which is also advertisement. More and more. Even look, I'll give you a good. We played last October. We did Scaretober. We played the Fear games, right? The Fear games are old at this point. Very like they are pretty aged, and they had product placement in those games. We're talking old school, big fat chonky Dell XPS laptops in sitting around in those video games. You know, product placement, advertising. They will put it anywhere and everywhere they can. So, gaming is a huge industry. Uh, Visuals everywhere, right? So it, we see it everywhere already. You know, it's no surprise that it's just going to continue to kind of increase. Yeah. We've talked about those things. It's terrible. We see things pop up on here occasionally about like physical violence that stems from just like video game stuff. You know, that's terrible. Video games are supposed to be something for us to chill out and have a good time. And when it ends up causing people to get look, I can attest video games make me rage from time to time because I do very difficult playthroughs, but when they get to a point where they cause people to lash out in real life in a physical manner, people need to take, I think, a chill out, take a hard look at maybe how to better manage their emotions when it comes to things in life. Yeah, it's a little bit rough. We'll stay away from that. Uh, yeah, we've talked about a lot of the Chinese. The Chinese government is finally starting to approve video game stuff over there for a lot of their companies. So, getting the ball rolling when a lot of stuff over the past year has been, I guess, what on hiatus, like just kind of at a standstill. They haven't been able to get anything done because the government's put these restrictions out. So, yeah, it's good to see the ball starting to roll in the gaming industry over there again. New phone is more powerful than my gaming PC. I mean, I don't like that title very much. I mean, are you calling your Chrome pad your gaming PC because you can play cloud games on it? You know what I mean? Get look, phones are very powerful nowadays. There's no denying that. Phones have come a long, mobile devices have come a long ways. But to me, if you're going to actually call a computer a gaming PC, you this needs to be a PC that is running a mid to high end um, CPU and a pretty decent GPU in it. If you're going to reference it as a gaming PC in regards to comparing it to other gaming devices, okay? Um, it's different if you're going, this is my gaming PC because it's just what you play video games on. But if you're going to try to make a comparison in this capacity, okay, um, that's how I feel like you should be referencing things. So we'll take a look, see what this phone is what its hardware it's running, hopefully, things like that, statistics. Still series releases Aerox. I wonder if that X is silent. I'm not sure. Successors to our favorite. Looks like they're releasing new mice. I'm not familiar with that peripheral, but we'll take a look at it. All right. Let's see what this is. I'm not sure. Gaming Arts to showcase many innovative new games at, is that Nija 2022? Yeah, we'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at that. See what that has to offer. Um, NASCAR partners with racing and gaming seat innovator Play Seat. We'll see what that is for any of you racing fans out there. See what this is all about. Um, Sega's Super Game Project. What is that? I love some pinball, yo. Yeah, they're just talking about the same stuff we've already heard. We've already referenced about Sega. They're they're taking a really hard stance and um, alignment in trying to get into cloud gaming, which is fine. A lot of companies are, um, but they are also going hard with NFTs. And I have not yet to see any kind of developer get into NFTs in a way that is both beneficial to gamers and themselves. So I won't get behind it until that happens. First and foremost, a developer, if they're going to incorporate NFTs, it's going to have to be in a capacity that is both beneficial, first and foremost, to their community of gamers, and secondary as a profitable thing potentially to them. Otherwise, it won't be embraced. It just won't. We talked about this yesterday because uh, everybody's going hard for their version of the metaverse, but nobody wants to talk about what their version of the metaverse actually is. So, you know, everybody's throwing these keywords around, but nobody's talking. Yeah, Epic Games is metaverse. You know, like all I tend to think about whenever I hear companies spout out metaverse everywhere is that they're creating a new ecosystem, a new world that will contain more of what we already have in their previous worlds, which is the ability to, you know, play in a world, an ecosystem, a commerce, an e-commerce that a digital commerce that has skins and things like that. I don't know. Nobody's being transparent about what they think the new their metaverse is or whatever. It's I don't know. So We looked at this yesterday. It's actually pretty intriguing for, especially for people that might have any kind of issues with chronic headaches or, issues with sensitive ears or stuff like that. Wearing speakers around your neck, this could be a pretty cool device for those individuals. Yeah, it's a little pricey, but as most devices do, I would expect that probably after it's been out for anywhere, 9 months to a year, especially if you take a look around like Black Friday time, which is normally, well, especially here in the States. I don't know that the entire world does like Black Friday time, but especially here in the States, um, right around Thanksgiving time, which is like last weekend in November. Um, you can probably grab these for probably this year somewhere around 20% off, I would wager. Yeah. Dude, we are way into we already went a page deeper than I meant to. Let's change up our search. PlayStation Plus was devastating for Oddworld. Let's take a look at what that is about. Yeah, Sonic 2's killing it. We talked about that already. We talked about this. Microsoft is reportedly working on an improved Xbox Series X chip. What kind of chip, though? We'll see what that is. Best video game sale of the season is actually on 3DS. What? What is this? I hate that. Please go away. Thank you. Yeah, there's been a lot of good sales right now. There are like a ton of good sales right now. There's like spring sales everywhere from PlayStation Store. Amazon's doing buy two get one free, or they were. All kinds of stuff. So if you're in the market for uh some games right now, take a look at that article. You could probably find some decent sales right now on some games you might enjoy. Um, Akron-based developer will drive you mad with the first video game hitting Steam this year. We'll take a look at what that is. Uh, okay. So apparently, China has approved 45 new video games after the 9-month ban that led 14,000 devs to shut down. Holy crap, man! Crazy. All right, last page of search here. Talked about a lot of this stuff already. We've seen a lot of this already. Yeah. Okay, let's dive in here. Akron-based developer will drive you mad with their first video game hitting Steam this year. Um, take care. Rustbit team in their office in Akron. The indie game developer is working on their first title, The Grip of Madness. From left to right, Michael Wilder, Lexi Alfman, and Patrick Howard. A new video game that looks like a cross between Call of Duty Zombies, Among Us, and a horror-themed board game is trying to make players go mad, and it was developed by an Akron-based company. The Grip of Madness will be Rustbit Studios' first game and is scheduled to hit digital shelves in October. The game will be in early access on Steam, a digital marketplace for video games. Yes. A demo version is already available. Rustbit Studios' 4 members joined together after splitting from another startup more focused on machine learning in 2021. It's rando mode time, by the way. Dude, I keep getting these. I love the love emotes, dude. I love the love emotes. They're awesome. I keep getting them all the time. That's pretty wild. Rando emote time, by the way. Uh, their office is currently at Bounce Innovation Hub in Akron, where they're getting aid from the business's incubator. CEO Patrick Howard said they saw a clear trend in 2021 amid the COVID-19 pandemic. People were looking for cooperative games they could play together online. They also saw people gravitate towards social deduction games, which are games where players try to uncover other players' hidden role, like being a traitor or imposter. Yeah, we've seen a lot of that. In The Grip of Madness, players start in a haunted building designed to look like a 1980s horror movie. Monsters called horrors are invading the world through portals that the players have to try and close. Unlike games with waves, players have to close the portals to earn a break from the enemies. Together, they have to perform a ritual to stop the invasion so they can win the game. But one player will become possessed. Then the goal is to work against their former teammate. Throughout the game, players can also become mad and will start seeing hallucinations like mistaking other players for monsters. Oh, wild. The first person shooter will have a unique area and ritual each time. Once development is finished, so far, the demo has been downloaded 3,000 times, and Rustbit is actively playtesting the game as it keeps working on it. Rustbit is about 9 months into development, Howard said. Plan is to work on it for 2 years, and they want to keep making downloadable content after its official release. The game is heavily influenced by Betrayal at a House on the Hill, a board game where players explore a haunted mansion and uncover new areas as they play. Eventually, the haunt begins, and one player becomes a traitor and tries to beat the others. The lead designer, Ben Canelos, has worked on tabletop games for over a decade but did not get into video games before. With the programmers at Rustbit, he said the emerging trends among board games can now see screen. Yeah. All right, there's a little bit more to that article. I'll throw it in chat if anybody's interested. But let's take a look at this on Steam real quick. This is called The Grip of Madness. Let's see if we can find this. Nope. Nope. Okay. Uh, cool, man. Cool. Neat, neat, neat. So there we go. That is Grip of Madness. Yeah. Neato, man. We'll have to try to keep an eye out for it. Nice little multiplayer action, yeah. So cool. The more you know, man. Cool little indie dev studio, looks like. PlayStation Plus was devastating for Oddworld, Soulstorm Cells claimed creator. Lorne Lanning believes Oddworld inhabitants missed out on profits due to PS Plus deal. Okay. Lorne Lanning, creator of the Oddworld series, has claimed that including his most recent game, Oddworld Soulstorm, in PlayStation Plus as a bundled monthly game was devastating for the game's sales. Speaking on the Xbox Expansion Pass podcast this week, imagine that. Imagine going on Microsoft's podcast and slamming their rival, you know? The veteran developer claimed that despite his studio Oddworld inhabitants expecting around 50,000 to 100,000 copies of Oddworld Soulstorm to be claimed during its time as a PS Plus free game, it was downloaded over 4 million times. Lanning believes the studio thus missed out on profits due to the unexpected popularity of the title on Sony's subscription service eating into potential sales. PS Plus typically delivers its subscription up to PS4 and PS5 games to 4 PS4 and PS5 games each month as part of the subscription. Look, I'm going to stop right here. So, this is the risk versus reward kind of scenario, right? Whenever you play into a contract, whether it be in this kind of scenario or whether it be a pro athlete or and it can go one of two ways. It can be not just one of two ways, but I mean, this is yo, Mamzel, what's up, my friend? How are you? So obviously, you know, this is a situation where they were like, you know, we'll give you this amount of money to put your game, Oddworld, on PS Plus, and they were like, that sounds good. So they bought into that, right? The game performed apparently much better than they expected. And now they're going, oh, well, the PS Plus deal was bad for us. Sorry. But that's the deal you made. That's the contract you signed, right? So that's risk versus reward. Okay? On the flip side of that, had they not signed that PS Plus contract and the game performed very poorly, they could have potentially just been out a ton of money, right? So it's the same thing with like, and apparently, Sony probably came out on top on that deal because a lot of people potentially bought into the PS Plus service to get their hands on Oddworld, and they made more money than they actually spent on the contract to the dev to put the game on the service, right? But that's the risk versus reward that these developers are going to play with, throwing their IPs on that service, right? On a subscription service. So before I even dive into the rest of this story, it already sounds like this individual is like upset that they got an upfront contract for their title to be placed on a subscription service, and then it performed better when that's the risk game you're playing, okay? So it sounds to me like they didn't have a whole lot of confidence in the first place about how their game would perform. Outside of being on a subscription service, so they were offered an amount of money to have it be put on PS Plus, and they took it. Now, here's the other thing. when you negotiate a contract, just like in, say, the sports world, what can be done is incentives can be placed in during negotiations, right? Say, they were expecting 50 to 100,000 copies, right? And maybe what they should have done was gone, uh, okay, we will go with putting Oddworld on PS Plus, and if we hit the 100,000 copies, you'll give us this amount of money. But if we hit 1,000,000 copies, we get an incentive bonus, right? If we hit 2,000,000 copies downloaded, we get an even bigger incentive bonus, right? That's what they probably should have done, but they didn't. And that's their fault. So to be upset about the fact that their game performed very well on PS Plus, a contract which they ultimately signed and put their game on, and I have to say that this kind of feels like their fault. Okay, they got paid to put their game on this service by Sony, and now they're upset that their game did very well and they didn't make more money off of it. Sorry, man. You should have had more faith in your game, and you should have done more in the negotiations of the contract. Okay? Your fault, as far as I'm concerned. So, kind of a double-edged sword. I haven't read the rest of this. That's just my initial impression. We'll read the rest and see what it says, okay? It's kind of a double-edged sword. I'll give you an example around Soulstorm. When asked about PS Plus, he explained that initially he felt that doing a PS Plus deal was a necessity to get the project done. We were hitting a number of legacy technical debt issues, and talent issues. And you know, the game industry is emerging fast. Huge companies are paying fortunes, he explained. Lenny said he was initially hesitant to give the Soulstorm away on PS Plus due to the lack of PS5 consoles that were available in January 21. However, the team eventually agreed with Lanning, saying that we thought we did a pretty good deal. He explained, the most we could sell is less than the money we're getting. We might sell 50,000 units at launch, maybe 100,000. It was pretty small numbers because there wasn't going to be a lot of PS5s. Claimed that the game did significantly better than the team could have imagined due to the change in release date. Because it slipped to April, we had the highest download game on PS5, and it was, I think, approaching close to 4 million units or something like that, because for free, because they were all subscriptions. So for us, it was devastating. Many other developers have benefited from having their games included in PS Plus bundles, despite Lanning's claims. Yeah, look, man, I mean, that's the game you're playing, though. Again, it's nobody's fault but your own. You felt the need to go down that route, sign that contract, and now you're upset about it. I don't feel any kind of, you know, this is the game you played. You set yourself up for it. I don't know. If anything, if you felt you needed to go that way, you should have negotiated a better contract. Have incentives thrown in. I don't know. Microsoft is reportedly working on an improved Xbox Series X chip. It's unclear if the chip will be included in a revised Xbox Series X or a mid-cycle refresh. Okay. Microsoft is reportedly working on an improved chip for the Xbox Series X, according to a journalist. Speaking on his YouTube channel, as transcribed by Pure Xbox, journalist Brad Sams revealed that he's aware of Microsoft's development plans regarding a new chip for the Xbox Series X console. I believe this is true. I know that Microsoft was working on revisions of the chip. He said, now, are we going to see performance improvements? Are we going to see anything else? I do not believe so, but Microsoft is always working on making cooler, more efficient chips because that lowers the cost of production. Okay. Chip revisions throughout the life of a console are common. However, it's currently unclear if this chip is in development for inclusion in the Series X or a potential mid-cycle refresh. The One X was released in 2017, 5 years after the Xbox One, so if Microsoft were interested in maintaining the same cadence with their current console, it's likely it would currently be in the development stages. While stock for both current-gen consoles continues to struggle, it appears Microsoft is having an easier time replenishing stock. Series X consoles are regularly in stock on the Microsoft official store and can even be purchased by using an Xbox console. Okay. We'll have to keep tabs and see what this actually means. I don't. That's kind of vague as far as what they're doing with this chip, what it means for the consoles moving forward. So, uh, anybody into racing games, pop this up a little bit. NASCAR partners with racing and game seat innovator PlaySeat. NASCAR is continuing to deliver on its commitment to introducing the best racing in the world to fans around the globe through a multi-year cooperation with racing and gaming seat company PlaySeat. PlaySeat's technology-driven innovation will create more opportunities for fans to experience NASCAR in ways not possible before. Going forward, NASCAR-oriented racing simulators and gaming seats will be released over the course of the relationship, allowing fans to get as close as possible to the real NASCAR experience. We're excited to team up with NASCAR over the course of multiple years and to unlock the true racing experience, said Fernando Smith, founder and president of PlaySeat. As founder of the Racing Simulator Solutions, PlaySeat has always been connecting the real world and virtual world, working with real drivers to making first-class products and then making that knowledge and performance available to everyone in the world. As part of the collaboration, eNASCAR-oriented racing simulators will be released, allowing eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series drivers, the best simulation drivers in the world, to upgrade their driving equipment and performance. Okay. Well, I mean, if anybody's into racing and NASCAR in particular, keep your eyes open for what this is going to evolve into. We'll try to keep tabs on it if we see it come up in the news segment. I haven't particularly played any, racing games since some of the earlier, like, Need for Speed games. Gran Turismo, which I will not play Gran Turismo. They are absolutely just trying to schemaz. Uh, I'm so upset with what they're doing with Gran Turismo right now. Um, Huge transaction shops, and then making it even more difficult for players to actually grind currency in the game and stuff. Feels so bad. Shame on Gran Turismo, dude. Job listing reveals Bandai Namco is working on a remaster for Nintendo. Bandai Namco is currently hiring staff to work on a remaster commissioned by Nintendo. Recent job listings have revealed. Originally pointed out on Recetera, one observant user noticed that Bandai Namco Studios is hiring for a few roles at its Tokyo studio. All of the job listings featured the phrases 3D action game commissioned by Nintendo, with one of them also featuring the words HD Remaster. Unfortunately, these are the only clues we have so far as to what Bandai Namco could be working on for Nintendo, as the rest of the job listings don't mention anything else that could be a clue. Okay, well, we'll have to see. Bandai Namco and a remaster for Nintendo. What is that going to be? We'll have to keep our eyes open for that, see what that is. A new phone is more powerful than my gaming PC, and I don't know why. Okay, look, I prefaced this whenever we found this article. I feel like it's important to kind of stop for a second and go, look, um, it's. I feel like it's okay for anybody that's just going, hey, I'm gonna hop on my gaming PC to just reference whatever PC they use as their gaming PC and not worry about what the actual specs of it are. But when you're going to try to do a comparison type thing like this and go, it's more powerful than my gaming PC, um, you shouldn't be referencing your gaming PC as anything less than like a mid to high a PC that has like a at least a CPU that is like mid to high tier and a GPU that is mid to high tier. Okay, I just don't feel that's right. You're not going to find, look, phones are very powerful devices. There are a lot of very powerful mobile devices nowadays, but you're not going to find a mobile device that can push what like a true mid to high tier current gaming PC is doing. You're not. You're just not. 18 gigs of RAM in a smartphone. That's a good amount of RAM. But we're also starting to get into the realm of where some of the more higher end games are going to start requiring more RAM than that too. Not always or anything like that, or not usually, but it's starting. It's starting. Um, if anybody's interested, that's what I'm running. So, right there in chat. It's no secret the modern Android phones often pack unnecessary specs. I'm looking at you. Okay. 4K screens. The new Nubia. Okay, I've heard about this phone. Nubia Red Magic 7 Pro brings some more. This is a new gaming phone from a company that's made quite a few at this point. So you think so? 7, hence the 7. That's the version right now. So you think it know exactly what gamers need? Well, what they apparently need is more RAM than your average gaming PC. The newly unveiled Red Magic 7 Pro comes in a few configurations. Top out at a whopping 18 gigs of RAM. That's a lot of RAM. If you want to stick to a measly 16 gigs of RAM, you can go up to the 1 terabyte of storage space. That's a lot. When I took the phone out of the box, saw the high specs on the side of the box, I was pretty startled. It was only when I started playing on my gaming PC later that I really twigged those specs. Tops of my gaming PC. Okay, let's see what we're talking about here. My gaming PC built in 2021 to be able to handle high-end gaming as well as whatever DaVinci Resolve and Adobe After Effects could throw at it. It has only 16 gigs of RAM. I feel like if you're building a current gen gaming PC, I built my PC at the beginning. I built my PC roughly a year ago. So Q1 of right around this time a year ago. And there was no way I wasn't putting at least 32 gigs of RAM in this PC. There was no way. And I can go up. I still have room to go up. There was just no way. There was no way. Not in this day and age. There was an amount that when I was buying the parts was sold to me as enough for these intensive processes. After having used PC for months, it seems enough for games or video making. Here's what I would and look, I understand. I would implore anybody to build for the future. Build for the future, so you don't have to. So build to last. Build for the future. Build your PC to last, so that you're not having to continually readdress needs and upgrades and things like that consistently over the aging of your PC. Invest in quality parts. Invest in quality hardware. It's not always easy. I know not everybody always has a ton of money to throw into their PC. I get that, man. I get that. But shop around, do your reviews, do your research, and do what you can to build for the future. That is just kind of yeah, yeah. It is literally just another computer. Yeah, yeah, Peaky. Yeah. Hey, what's up, buddy? Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah. That's hilarious, dude. Yo, man, I haven't been on Lost Ark the last 2 days. It's been a while since I haven't been in Lost Ark, but I had stuff going on last night, And I got to get in Lost Ark today, man. I don't think I've done Abyssals this week. I don't think did we do them last weekend? I don't think we did Abyssals, dude. I've got to get Abyssals done. Did we do Abyssals? I can't even remember, man. What's up, buddy? Uh, this phone having a terabyte of space is pretty solid, though. Wasn't the best decision. Oh yeah, he says PC only has 1 terabyte of solid state drive space. Wasn't the best decision. What shenanigans, dude?
Unacceptable!
Just ordered a 6 terabyte HDD. I mean, I guess it depends on what you're using it for. I don't think I can ever go back to HDDs again, dude. I just don't. I just don't. I know that HDDs are significantly less cheap than solid state drives are, but dude, solid state drives have dropped down in price significantly than what they used to be. Yo, Kayla, what's up, buddy? How are you? Um, but yeah, I mean, going for something of like that kind of space, especially going for HD. Now, what I would really like to do is set up a NAS. I don't currently have a NAS, and I would love to set up a NAS in my place. So I can understand if you wanted to like set up a small NAS and just throw a bunch of like super, but putting uh, that in my PC, I don't think I would do any more HDDs in my PCs moving forward. Goes to show that the Red Magic 7 Pro matches my gaming PC for storage. Yeah. Move on to other specs. Gaming PC has a Nubia Beat, but even when it comes to RAM, I just don't understand why the phone needs so much. Just point out that neither the 18 gig or 1 terabyte models of the Red Magic 7 Pro are going on sale in the US, but two versions that are both 16 gigs of RAM, the same as my PC. So my point remains. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty legit phone, man. That's a pretty legit phone. If you're into mobile gaming and stuff. Now, I mean, my thing is like if you're legit into like gaming on like a mobile device, you're probably gonna want something a little bit bigger than a phone. But then you're like treading on why wouldn't you just use a computer? You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. Everybody's situation's different, and so I don't know, man. To each their own. To each their own. But I have read a little bit here lately about the Red Magic phones and how they're supposed to be pretty legit pieces of hardware, man. They're packing a punch as far as hardware specs go. I wouldn't mind getting my hands on one just to test it out and uh, see how it performs. This is what I will say. As far as mobile devices go, I have not ever found anything that tends to last and perform the way that Samsung devices have for me. That's just my own personal experience. Samsung devices for me have always just, and I've tried some different things, but Samsung devices have always just tend to like last a long time. I'm not one of those people that like goes out and gets new phones all the time or anything like that. And Samsung devices just hold up really well for me. I don't know. Um, Hold up really well, perform really well, and so I'm kind of a Samsung fan. Yeah, you got Sony. Yeah, I like Sony stuff too. I've never really tried my hand at their mobile devices, but I love their TVs. I've always loved their consoles. Um, I have one of their TVs in my living room right now. I love a lot of their products. I like Sony. I know a lot of people go, well, it's just a name. I don't always agree with that. And look, I review anything that I'm going to buy tech wise. I review it very thoroughly through numerous sites and reviews and things like that. And There are definitely some manufacturers. Now, look, I also the TV I have, I had one within my warranty period die. The board the board and the TV completely crapped out. So that's just across the board. You're going to run the risk with any kind of electronics you buy. Um, you run the risk of there's always the potential for something to be bad just naturally from the manufacturer. The first TV we got it was bad. It was just bad and brand new, not like a refurbished or anything. It was Sony TV, brand spanking new, and about a I don't know, a couple weeks after getting it, unboxing it, turning it on, it just died. Sony sent out a technician. Technician tried replacing the board in it and everything. It still wouldn't crank, man. It was just dead. He was like, "You need a new TV. I'm just gonna have him send you a new TV." I was like, "All right, man, whatever." I was like, "Cool, that works, man." But I like Sony products. I do. Yeah. Pinky, you dig their mobile devices pretty well. Uh, Steel Series releases. Is this Arrow or is this Aerox or Arrow X? I don't know how they're pronouncing this. A lot of times you'll see X's and words be silent, so I'm not sure. Successors to our favorite lightweight gaming mouse. If these are anything like the Arrow Aerox 3, they're going to be great lightweight mice for all sorts of gamers. You can see the difference in the versions here. This one is more of like a. I think these are more considered like MMO kinds of mice because of all the buttons you have right here. Yeah. I got my phone for about 4 years. Yeah, dude, that's the way I that's the way I feel about my Samsung, dude. Which I mean, I have a case on it and everything, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I've had mine for going on that long now too, and it's a champ, dude. It's a champ. Yeah, I'm not big on replacing my devices unless I'm having issues with them. I just don't feel the need to do that. And right on, man. That's cool. That's cool. That's good to know. Thanks, Pinky. Thanks, buddy. Uh, this mouse is more along the lines of like what I rock, but it's again. I mean, I'll throw it. I rock a Logitech G Hero 502. I think is what it is. Uh, you get two mouse buttons up here. You've got two by your thumb right here. You've got another one that's you can't hardly see it. It's like right here. It's black. It's by your thumb. Oh, right there. Um, you can actually take this bottom part off as well. Let me see if I can. It's magnetic. You can throw weights in the bottom right there. So you can weight the mouse to feel a bit heavier for you and stuff. Um, I like these mice. I've got like three of them. I've you've got buttons up here to change your profiles for your different DPI settings and stuff within the software, and you can that one you can just free will the mouse and stuff. I like these mice. I like these mice, but I'm always into looking at what other kind of peripherals are coming out for in the tech world and stuff like that. Don't like cases. Make the phone unnecessarily big. Mine's not too bad. My phone. One of the reasons that I felt necessary to get a case for my phone is because I have one of the phones that has like the curved screen, and so if you ever drop it, there's nothing on the phone itself that actually protects the screen. And so having my case actually creates like a bezel around the screen to where if it drops, it'll hit the rubber bezel around the screen before the screen will hit the ground. You know what I mean? So it makes the phone a little bit bigger, but I don't know. Yo, Psych, what's up, buddy? Um, yeah, I like the mouse I have. I've used them for a long time. I enjoy these mice, but so I'm not into using wireless mice. Apparently, 2 of these are wireless. And these are supposedly supposed to be like advancements off of their version 3, yeah. So the 5 wireless and the 9. IP5R, IP54 rated for water protection. So apparently if you need to clean it, you just take it over to the sink and you just put water all over it, right? Toothbrush it up. It's waterproof. I'm just kidding, don't do that. Okay, I don't know. If you're into looking into more about these peripherals, I'll throw it in chat right there. Throw it in chat. So some new mice. Here will be the last article we read for the day. Gaming Arts to showcase many innovative new games at is that Nija 2022? Pro tips, dude. Yeah, you have 3-head pro tips. How to clean your electronic peripherals. Get a tub of soapy water, dunk them in there, use a toothbrush. Don't do that. Gaming Arts will be unveiling a large number of innovative new games for each of its gaming platforms, including the beautiful new Vert-X Grand 49-inch portrait cabinet, the Focus dual display, and the Halo top wheel cabinet. At Nija 2022, I might be mispronouncing that. It might just be Niga. Gaming Arts has a long tradition of supporting its tribal customers along the country, and this year that support will be stronger than ever. New lineup of Vert-X Grand games begins with the all-new Poppin' Pays More games. I've never even heard of this, dude. Halo Top Wheel Cabinet, Spooky Spins. What are these, dude? What are these? Are these even like actual video game things? What are these? Oh, these are actually like okay. These are not video games, dude. These are like Gamba games. My bad. Psych, stop, bro. Oh my gosh, dude. I knew somebody was gonna pop up with that in chat. I came close to saying something like that, and I was like, dude, I can't because if somebody sees this video or something, they'll be like, Outsider Antics said to do it. End up getting sued or something. Like, no, I'm good. I'm not gonna deal with that, dude. The electricity current helps get rid of even the smallest residue of rust. Oh my gosh, dude. Wild. Wild. Anybody else got anything in the news? Any other news to talk about? Clean your toasters. That's how they used to clean the old tube TVs, right? Isn't that the play? Don't, don't, don't do it. Shenanigans, man. Uh, um, We've had a lot of good news segments this week. We'll go ahead and get ready to hop into some Vampire Survivors. It's good to see everybody again. If you weren't able to make the segment right now while we were live, I'll be posting this on YouTube. And yeah, if you are catching this on YouTube, please consider, if you're enjoying the content, hit that like and subscribe button, and maybe consider coming and hanging out with us when we do these segments live. We start the stream live 7 days a week, 6 a.m. Central North American time. And if you're not going to hang out with us for our gameplay moving forward, and I guess if you are watching this on YouTube, then stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another, and we will see you very soon. All right, guys.